Nope. What's up?
What's up? We've just been talking for a while already. Okay, well,
I
cool.
know. Anyway, so yeah,
Yeah.
got the
How?
Switch.
Yeah.
What's up?
All right. I was just gonna ask how the Switch has been.
The Switch has been really good. So I did
Hmm.
Luigi's Mansion 3 and I haven't completed the whole thing, but it's still been a blast and I pick it up here and there and getting through all the floors has been interesting.
Yeah.
Um but and then I got into Animal Crossing afterwards, which I was really happy to already have the Switch for that.
Uh
So
huh.
then I just got terraforming, so I just, that took up a good couple months of my time. And then I haven't really looked into any more games on the Switch, but then Fall Guys came out
Oh
on
yeah.
the 5th, and that's just a freaking blast. Like the
Oh
first
yeah.
like PC game that I've really enjoyed is definitely Fall Guys. And so I was Constantine and I were just hanging out, and he was like, "You want to stream?" And I was like, "I'm down to try it." And he just turned everything on because he's got the whole setup just
Oh
like
yeah.
sitting there waiting for whenever. And it was really fun. Freaking you
Yeah.
tuned in, a ton of his friends tuned in, and there was like a ton of support, and everybody was, laughing with me, I felt like. And yeah, it was a blast. So I'll
It
probably do it again.
that I am fucking so glad to hear that. It I don't know. It's such a weird feeling to. I remember the early days of just like I don't really know how to feel about like people typing shit and like, oh man, I know that's their username, I know that that's this person. I'm like, this is kind of weird that I'm just by myself, or like you're just like with a couple people in the room or whatever. And then I
Yeah.
don't know, it's feel it to me, it feels like a real connection almost. It's like
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
bizarre.
Definitely. You're in a room by yourself, but you really feel like you're in a room with like a whole party going on.
Yeah.
Like you've got all your friends in the same room with you. You're talking, you're answering questions, and it's really
Yeah.
fun to answer questions too and like carry that conversation via streaming. That's so
Yeah.
interesting.
And yeah, I mean, I guess, I think about it like when I'm the viewer, I'm watching, my favorite streamers or whatever, or just watching my buddies stream, and I'm like, I'm alone in my room, but I'm kind of there with them. And I guess, yeah,
Right.
yeah, that does kind of go both ways a little bit. Huh. Huh.
Really fun. It's also fun to support the people doing that, especially, smaller streamers. It's like it just means that much more.
Yeah, especially small. Yeah, because especially with smaller streamers, like, you know, there's a streamer that I was following for a long time, and then they blew up, and now they're just rocking like 10K viewers, and
Right.
I don't even feel like I'm not a person amongst 10K, but amongst like two
Right.
amongst
You're
among yeah.
you're one and the same. You're all in the group together.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, when you're watching a streamer with like 10,000 views on their stream, it feels like you're watching a movie. You're just there
Yeah, yeah, it's a
watching it
drive-in theater.
happen. Yeah. Come and go as you please. Not
Hmm.
going to notice.
Yeah, no,
But
I love like it. I okay. So this is actually funny. There's a number of people I follow on Twitch and stuff, and just a number of people I follow in like numerous sorts of things. Just because like anytime any person's like, "Hey, I'm doing this thing," I'm just like, just, just support, 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 and I just kind of like blindly go and forget about it. And I saw it was just r/Consti, and I was like, man, I don't the name just like didn't come to mind. And I was like, who is this? And it
yeah.
was just Fall Guys, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I still haven't bought the game yet, but I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
okay. And then I was fucking mind blown to see your face.
Yeah, so random. Of course, that's the stream that you tune in on. It was perfect.
Oh God, yeah, that's pretty weird, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
the one stream, the very first stream, and like the one time it piqued my curiosity of like, yeah,
Right? Like who all right, who is this? Who's supporting me? Who's following me? Yeah, no, super
yeah,
funny.
no,
When Constantine got into streaming,
hmm,
um, I was seeing your tweets and all of your tweets about your stream and I'm
mm.
streaming right now, Luigi's Mansion, and I was like, hey, like you should support my friend. Like he seems to be having a good time. And he's like, okay. So just like he was just getting into it. So just finding other people that was doing it too was really cool.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Especially, oh, man, it's only been really, really recently, probably within the last like couple months or so. I'm like starting to kind of branch out and meet other smaller streamers, and like some of them are like you guys and like my friends, and like some of them are just like, you know, actual randos who have just popped
Yeah.
in. Like I popped into their stream or they popped into my stream, and now we're like, playing games together and shit, and
Right?
it's so strange and so great. You know, like I don't know how to feel about it, but I know it's not bad. It's like
Right?
cool and exciting a little bit.
Yeah. No, super, super cool.
Hmm. One thing I really like is whenever I see my friends are like doing shit, and yeah, I kind of said this before, but like I really think that people, especially today, like don't express themselves enough. And
Oh, yeah.
if even though streaming isn't like this, you know, if you're just like setting up and playing games and just like hanging out, like maybe you could say that's not like a really creative kind of thing, but it's just like you and putting your personality and putting yourself like out for people to like spend time with, and like that's really like revealing and really like expressive of like a
Yeah.
really honest way to like show yourself. And I'm just like, yes, hell yeah, I love seeing people like show who they are.
Right?
Ah, I feel like that's like a thing amongst social media. Is like I don't know who people are these days.
Yep. No, you never know. You
Uh,
literally never know. But
uh,
yeah, no, super cool. It's a really cool platform. I really like all the support that comes with it. I think that I haven't run into a single negative
mm,
person situation on Twitch, whether that's like through my own experience or watching Constantine
yeah.
stream or you stream or whoever else I've gotten on to watch. Everyone's just like, heck yeah, you know? Or
Mm-hmm.
like when I was streaming, this one guy was on, or girl, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they were just like, I kept losing. I have not won a single round on Fall Guys, and I've put
Uh-huh.
20 plus hours into this game. I shit you not. Not a single win. I'm over it, but also I love it. I think it's a blast.
Hell yeah. Uh,
But they were so supportive. They were like, you got it next time. And, come play with me on my team. And it was really, really cool.
hell yeah. Yeah, and kind of like that sort of, oh shit, I forget the term for it, but just that, yeah, just constant support is just like, okay, like I can't feel bad right now. Like when I got the people behind me, when I got
Right.
when I got some sort of wind under my wings, like it's really
Yeah,
cool.
no, flying all the way.
Just flying. I definitely, that Twitch is interesting like that too, because it's very much a momentum kind of thing. Like I'm listening to a lot of interviews with like Twitch streamers and stuff, and one thing everybody talks about is burnout, and where like with Twitch is once you like start getting a little bit of success, and like if you just don't stream for the next day, it's just like, what was the point of the first stream? Because then the next day it just like latches on a little bit more, and then you sort of like build the snowball of like content and things that are happening, and then you know once people get like a certain amount of success, it's really discouraging to try to take a break. It's really discouraging to try to breathe.
Yeah,
But
definitely. I could see that.
I don't know. I've been thinking about this stuff a lot, because like for me it's been a really casual thing, because I'm going to school, I got like these things going on, but then there's also like some serious success I've seen from it, and like some
Oh,
real
yeah.
life fulfilling things that are in it, and I'm like, well, fuck, maybe this isn't just like not a big deal.
Yeah. Right? I mean,
Weird.
if you
Mm,
market yourself right and you are putting yourself out there and just being yourself, and everybody's unique in their own way, and if you show that part of yourself, I feel like there's no way you're not going to be successful.
mm, yeah.
And there's such an opportunity to be really successful with this platform. It's
Yeah.
wild.
How, like, I know this is kind of like big talk. I don't know how many streams you've had since then, but like what are your feelings? Like how do you feel about streaming, and what you and Constantine are going to do and stuff?
I will probably stream again. I might do a couple more on his account to make sure it's something that I keep enjoying. It's not just like a one and done thing.
Sure.
And then yeah, after maybe a couple more tries, like making sure I really like it, I'll go off on my own and I'll do my own thing, and it'll be really casual. I really don't expect much out of it for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as for Constantine, I think he's awesome. He's really good at the games he plays, and he has a really good time, and he finds a lot of joy in streaming, like takes gaming to the next level for him.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk about all the time, like just becoming a pro gamer and streaming it, and that's daytime job. The nighttime job becomes a
Oh yeah.
daytime career. And I
Yeah.
support all the way. I'm down for that. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, that's so cool. What game does he or games like does he want to go pro in?
Valorant's a big one. That
Yeah.
one has been sticking for quite a while, and he's great, I think.
Yeah.
The game just takes a lot of communication, and he doesn't have a lot of friends that play. So when you're in a chat or on a team with some random people and they don't want to talk or they're not taking it as seriously, it's really hard to win with your team.
Yeah, I've never been a guy. Not for any particular reason, but I've just never really played much team-based games, and so
Yeah.
I can seriously only imagine. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to go pro. I'm trying to be this badass, and Snuffles McGee over here is like farting in the mic, like
Really.
it's
Happens
fucked
too
up.
many times.
It's fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a soldier. He is, man. He's got some kind of grit that a lot of people
I
don't.
know. He loves the team games. It's a real challenge, but I'm seeing the frustration come out a little bit when he's, again, trying to go pro, doing the best he can. He's really paying attention to his rankings and really, being
Mm,
hard on himself. And then there's that guy over to the left that's just
yeah.
whatever he's doing, just not all the way there, like sabotaging the team just for fun, getting,
Hmm.
thrown off.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It is a very good time.
If I, I feel like I already know the answer to this. Like, okay, so if he gets mad, like, does he ever get mad at all? Like when he's playing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, I fucking get mad all the time, so I get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Does he more often? Is he getting mad at his teammates or is he getting mad at the other team?
He's getting mad at his
I
teammates
fucking
because
knew it. I knew
yeah. Yeah,
it.
it's just like it's a team thing, and if your team is losing, that means that you are also
Mm.
losing and you're sucking because you can't blame anybody but yourself for losing a game,
'Cause
you know?
at the end of the game, it just says you lose.
Yeah, right? Just all over the screen.
It's it's not like you lose, but it was your teammate's fault, and they actually suck, and you're actually really good, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
don't worry, we're still gonna bring down your ranking. Silver 2. Boom. Try again next time.
yeah, team games suck. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. Okay, but going back to Fall Guys, if you
Mm.
ever decide to get the game, then I think you would really like it because it's not a team-based game at all.
Yeah.
You don't have to communicate with anybody. The only time I'm talking to people is when I'm on Discord with a couple of my friends that play with me.
Yeah.
Um, but most of it is very individual. There's a couple courses that are team based and they're the worst because again, everybody sucks, including myself.
Uh.
Um, but that's when you actually get upset when you have other people that are dragging you down, even though you're kind of dragging yourself down. That's the
Uh.
only time I get upset.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because then other people are fucking you up. It's just like come on,
Hmm.
what are they doing? No, I definitely will get Fall Guys for sure. I don't know. I spent a lot of money on games not too long ago, so I'm just kind of waiting until that I don't even want to say guilt, but just like that feeling goes away. I'm just like I haven't bought games for a little bit, so
Yeah,
you
no,
know
I feel that.
dip my toes in again.
Right. What games did you get?
I got Barrow Trauma, which my friend told me to get. It sounds like a group of friends are playing that, so I'm just like, sure, whatever. I bought
Hmm.
Prototype, which is an old ass game. It came out like 2008 or something, but it was on sale for $5. And then Doom Eternal was 50% off, so I bought that game.
Okay. Okay.
It was like yeah, and I don't know. I buy games not planning to play them immediately. I just have them in, stowed
Yeah,
away.
just ready for the right time, ready to
Hmm.
go.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So you play on a Switch, and then do you play on any other?
Yeah, I play. Well, geez, I got a whole lot in this house actually.
Oh
But
man.
of what I normally play is just like PC, Switch, and I have my Xbox One downstairs that I play a couple games on. But
Okay.
like I have a Wii U, and I got a Wii and a GameCube, and N64, and like Xbox.
Okay.
Like I'm a
Ton of
fucking
consoles.
fucking gamer. We had
Nice.
we had this what was it? Yeah, we had this room back in my old house in Vancouver where we had 13 TVs set up to go in one room, and
Wow.
we would do Xbox Halo 2 matches, have 16 player parties in one room, and it was really sweaty. Really,
Yeah, but really fun, right?
some of the glory days were in that just hellhole of
That sounds like.
smell. But no, so yeah, you're now in the PC gang. Like you got the Switch now.
Yes.
Do you do much other gaming?
Not really past that. Like I said, I'm really just getting into it. I
Mm.
wasn't into video games. I didn't have the patience. I didn't have the time.
Mm.
Um, I feel like it's really hard for me to it's hard enough for me to sit down and watch a movie. So for me to sit down and give all of my attention and a couple hours to video games was like seemed impossible. Out of this world, was never going to happen, but
Yeah.
it's happening and it's super freaking cool. But
Mm-hmm.
and I will let you know if I get into any more, but I'm sure
Yeah.
I will.
Oh yeah. So that it's interesting you say that. Like, you know, you have trouble sitting down for like a movie and stuff. Like, what was it that drew you in about Animal Crossing?
It was 100% the hype. I have a coworker that
Uh
oh yeah. Oh, so I got it at the very beginning before I didn't know anything about the game. All I
huh.
knew is that I have a coworker whose personality meshes with mine really, really well.
Yeah.
And she was like, would not stop talking about it. Would not stop. She was like, I'm going to sell my Switch. I'm going to get the Animal Crossing Switch. Like, and I was like, what is this game? Animal Crossing? Like, I looked it up. It looks like a bunch of cartoon characters. And I was like, what is it? And she was like, you literally, you're on an island and you go fishing and you catch some bugs. And I was like, what the fuck is like, why? Why would you play that game? And she was like, Lo, you just have to do it. Just get it. And I was like, and again, it was right when quarantine was starting. And I was like, well, I have nothing else to do. And I was kind of getting bored of Luigi's Mansion. Not bored, but just like, all right, this is kind of,
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to, I
The
need to change
honeymoon
the scenery.
phase.
The
Yeah.
honeymoon phase was over.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I picked up Animal Crossing and I played it for like 8 hours, went to work the next day. Oh my God, I can't believe this game. I got an extra room in my house and I got 2 new villagers and I was, yeah, sold immediately. Best decision I made.
Hell yeah, that's so cool. And so it was just you enjoyed the I don't want to say the mundane life, but the simple life of the villagers.
Yeah, it was really therapeutic. And it still is. It really is.
Yeah. Fuck. I've been playing the game since release and like pretty darn casually these days. Like definitely when the game first came out, I was, grinding every day. I was clearing
Oh,
the
yeah.
weeds. I was planting shit and I was
Oh,
making things
yeah, the
happen.
weeds.
Like
The whole island was free of weeds first day.
yeah. Like the first couple weeks for me, and then I just, it was like every other. What's bringing me in nowadays is the stalk market for the turnips.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I still haven't gotten KK to come to my island. I feel really ashamed.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I feel like my island's pretty cool.
How many villagers do you have? Do you have all 10 or the max amount that you can have?
I just got a new guy. He's a lion named Elvis. And I
Hmm.
think he was my 8th villager. I'm not sure if that's the max number, but is that a thing where you have to have the max? The max.
Yeah, so they tell you that you need to clean up your island, get rid of the weeds, plant more flowers, right? That's what you're supposed to do. But really, you need 10 villagers and you need to max out your villager count, and then he'll come to your island like the next 24 hours or something like that.
It's 10? I thought it was 8. Oh my god, I
I'm
have work to
pretty
do.
sure it's 10. I'm pretty sure it's 10.
No, yeah,
And
I
if it
just
is
Googled
8,
it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it is 10.
Yeah, it's totally 10. Oh my
Okay.
god, I'm gonna just like go and build shit like after this podcast. I th-
Yep.
I'm so excited for KK. I'm like, oh dude, this is crazy. I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah, gotta be
Oh.
honest, when KK came to my island, it was really emotional because at the end of his performance, it gives you like a huge list of credits, like the game is over.
Yeah.
And it is.
Oh,
It
I'm-
is.
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah,
Like you can keep grinding, keep going, but like that is the last goal you have.
Man. Yeah. Other than the last
Other than
goal
terraforming.
the last goal the game gives you,
Yeah.
like that. I think that's what's cool about Animal Crossing is you can kind of just be like, I feel like making this structure. I feel like doing this. But terraforming, it's
Yep.
so insane. Oh.
It is. It's intimidating. I still am like, I've got a couple projects in the works, like a couple random hills and some
Uh,
water patches, little ponds that don't make sense because I don't know what I'm doing. So it's a good time.
yeah, I know. When my girlfriend Hannah, she showed me when KK went to her island, I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, not a big deal. And I was totally like pogging. I was just like, oh my
Yep.
god, it's so fucking. The camera like sweeps around, and there are all the villagers, and she's. It's it does bring out some really really good parts of yourself in that game. It does.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good outlet for my OCD for sure.
Yeah, you get to do whatever you want. You could just
Yep.
do it.
Yep.
Uh,
But anyways,
yeah.
what else?
What the heck else? I mean, shit. It's so weird because, like, I feel like, we knew each other through high school, and then we haven't talked. I think we haven't like spoken in like,
Since
especially like words between us. Like, I think it's been years.
Oh, it's been years. And then even in high school, like we definitely had classes together. I don't remember,
Uh,
but there's no way we didn't,
yeah,
And we didn't really talk in those classes either.
yeah. We just like kind of knew each other. Like, I just knew you
Yeah.
were there. Kind of knew the people you were hanging with. You kind of knew the people I was hanging with.
And we
It
were
was just
just chilling, vibing. I will
yeah.
always remember you though for I think it was the ASL show performance that you, Jared, and some other guy did. Right? It was the
Uh,
three man, the love song or whatever it was,
I
right?
believe in a thing called love by the
Yes.
darkness. That is the fucking
So
song of the century.
yeah, it really is. And you guys freaking killed it. I'll never forget it. I
Oh shit.
was watching you guys and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is great.
That's thank you so much. That's so insane to hear. Like, I I've changed a whole lot since high school, and like it's been on entirely on purpose. I feel like there's a lot of wrongdoings that I've had, and so I'm just want to make shit better, make life better. And so a consequence of that, which isn't the best thing ever, is I've like forgotten a ton of shit from my younger life.
Yep.
Like most shit from high school, I'm just like, that what
It
did that
didn't
happen?
happen. A whole different person, a whole
Uh,
different life. I can relate so
yeah,
hard. I doesn't exist. That person does not exist.
yeah, and that's so crazy because like, here we are. I feel like I'm this total stranger, and then I assume you kind of have similar feelings, and yet like I feel really comfortable talking to you. I feel like because we knew each other back in the teens, we
Yeah.
I there's like that comfort or like that security of time almost. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely feels different rather than hopping on with an actual stranger. Like never met you, I don't even know your last name. I don't know anything.
Uh-huh.
Old or new, nothing. But yeah, no, definitely feels way better, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Well, shit. What's something that's different?
Um, Something that is different.
I know it's super hard to think about, right? It's like,
That's Yeah, that's hard because I relate to you so hard with the high school me was is just a whole different, I don't even remember most of it.
yeah,
So, what's new?
it's like,
I can just think of my life now. I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah.
moved
Just tell me
out.
about things. Hmm.
Yeah, I moved out pretty quickly after high school, which was really nice. I've really loved having my independence and keeping a really healthy relationship with my family and
Mm.
I got a dog pretty fast afterwards because I had never had a dog before.
Oh,
Never had a family dog. So I got a dog and I was really stoked on that. And her name is Olivia and she's awesome.
what kind of dog?
She's a mix, so she's a black lab, German Shepherd, golden retriever mix.
An angel. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's full of anxiety. It's the German Shepherd in her, but
Oh
this
yeah.
is what's cool about her. So she looks like a black lab, like seriously looks like a black lab just with really small pointy ears.
Uh huh.
It's really funny. And she's got a coat of a golden retriever, so she's almost 3 years old and still has puppy fur.
Oh,
And she's got the personality of a German Shepherd. So she's like really anxious, but also like kind of protective, but
oh my
all the good
god.
stuff.
Yeah, man, just
Yeah.
so much personality. That's so awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
man.
But yeah, so just been hanging. I've been working at Dutch since I want to say a year after we graduated, so
Mm,
since 2017.
yeah.
And then yeah, I'm managing with the company now. I'm the assistant manager at one of the locations, which has been challenging but really fun, and it's keeping me busy while going to school, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Managing Dutch, that does sound very exciting,
yeah,
to say
it's
the least.
definitely, yeah, it's made me, it's kind of suppressed the introvert in me, which is a good thing because then I've been able to get out and make friends past high school, I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people hold on to their high school friendships, and I really can't think of many that I even one that I'm still around, to be completely honest.
Wow, that's yeah.
I know I don't want to, I don't know who's going to listen to this, but I
Nah.
hope,
It's
but
think think of the
no,
people that know me because I don't know, I was just going up on my YouTube and then I might post about
uh-huh.
it on Twitter and fucking nobody's listening to this thing. I tell you that.
That's so funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just talked to Lexi earlier. We keep in contact here and there. There's a few people that I like talk to and say hi to, but
Oh hell
I
yeah.
haven't been super close with anybody since high school, which has been good. But anyways, yeah, so went out, made some new it's got me some new friends, given me some really good experiences, and but yeah, and then a year and a half ago, I met my absolute soulmate,
Mm.
and we're living together. It's been awesome. Wouldn't trade him for the world. And now I'm just hanging,
Boom.
doing good.
Yeah. And you said you
Yep.
guys are living together, right?
Yeah.
That's yeah. How was the transition from not living together to living together?
It was fluid. It honestly was, I couldn't, it really, there wasn't a part of it that was bad.
Mm.
We were hanging out every day. He was here every day. I was there every day. And then the transition was smooth. It was, okay, you're here all the time. Okay, you're living here. Great, we're living together. And yeah, would not turn back.
Yeah, it's just oh, you're just here for longer? Fucking dope. All right. That's cool.
Right? Nothing beats it. It's fantastic.
No, yeah, I was the same thing with Hannah and I. It was like, we were just I like you were telling me the details and I was just bobbing my head the whole time. Just yep, uh-huh. Like we just
Yep.
hung out all the time and things were very cool and great and then people were like, "Oh, watch out when you move in together. You really learn what they're like." And I'm like, "I feel like I fucking know her pretty well." And
Yeah.
and then we move in together and then things are fine. Things are cool.
Yeah. Things are the same. Things are chilling. You learn, I mean, I guess you learn a little bit of compromise, like, and you
Yeah.
really grow from that too. I don't know.
Oh
It's
yeah,
kind of
like
it's hard to explain, but when you're living with your significant other, you know.
yeah, little things change and I don't feel like, oh man, like probably one of the biggest differences for me is she has really calmed down my sleep schedule and I have a very normal sleep schedule because like she's always just had going to bed at normal times, getting 8 hours like a good normal person, and I wasn't like that. And then if I was up and just fucking around, it would keep her up, and I like felt bad, and I was like, well, shit, maybe I'll try this sleep schedule thing out. And
Right?
yeah, and then my life is just like way better.
Yep. It's
It
amazing what 8 hours of sleep can do.
yeah, and just yeah, these little compromises of in not even huge deal kind of things. It's just like small things have changed and it feels good. It feels good to do
Yeah.
that. It's like you're able to kind of make your significant other's life a little better and then if they're compromising for you is like you feel that energy of like they want to make your life better. I'm like, man, life feels good right now.
Yeah.
Mm,
And definitely since living together, the like things like little chores around the house or whatever I'm doing, it's no longer just for me. It's for myself and for Constantine. So it just
mm.
feels that much better too, you know?
Yeah, it feels god damn, it feels so good to like spoil somebody like that. To just even if it's just like little things. It's just like it's not like, oh, doing the dishes, like, oh my god, you did the dishes. It's just like, yeah, yeah. Now some you don't have to
Right.
do is like I just want to
Right.
I love yeah, that man, that's good. I'm really glad to hear like, you're feeling so good with this person. That's really it warms my heart.
Yeah. Same. How long have you and Hannah been together for now?
December will be 3 years.
Okay. That's
Uh,
awesome.
yeah. Why did I have to think about that? I get. Yeah. I mean, after a certain amount of time, it's just like
You get lost in the sauce,
lost
you
in the
know?
sauce right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaking cool. Yeah. It's been really good. Um, did you ever hear how her and I like started like being together?
No,
Okay. Cool. I'll tell you a little story. So it
I'm
was at
ready.
the Clark College concert band where I was playing tuba, and my best friend, who still is my best friend, Lucas. You remember Lucas?
Lucas. Oh, I don't know if I do. Did he graduate with us?
Yeah, he was our year.
Okay. If I saw a picture, I'd probably recognize him. But
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah, I'll send you one. But um, so he's just across the way in the band, so I'm looking over him, and then sitting over next to him, all this random day, there's just this cutie bassoon player, and I'm like, whoa, there's a cute girl in the band. What?
Does not happen.
Yeah, it was like it can't happen. And so she just like normal social things, and like eventually like we started talking in friend groups and stuff, and then we were just like Snapchatting, and I was like, hey, have you been to this place for food? And she was like, no. And I was like, hey, let's go to dinner. And she was like, sure, as friends. I was like,
Great. That's what you think.
yeah. No, she said as friends, and I said, sounds good. Sounds good.
Walks away, head down, scratches the ear, gotta go. Starting today over, back to
Yep.
bed.
I said no problem, and she was like, okay, cool. To jump cut. We never did go to that dinner, but
Oh,
uh, you know, I took that and I was like, cool. I'll just be your friend. I'll just be cool. And then after some time, she was like, hey, I'll be honest. I didn't want to do anything romantic with you because I am way into your best friend Lucas. And I was like,
oh my gosh. Took a whole turn.
like what? That's cool. She's like, what is he looking for in a girl? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, you should ask.
But yeah, I was wingmanning her with my buddy for like a while, and
Wow.
he was just not having it. He like there was so many times where like he just would not like pay attention to her, basically, just always turning down any romantic gesture, always being like nice and like friendly, but
Yeah.
total cold shoulder on anything more than friendly. And then
Okay.
Hannah is talking to me, and she's just like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, I don't know. I like to this day, I don't understand why like he was giving her the cold shoulder so hard.
Yeah,
And
because you're over here, like head over heels, like, man, what are you doing? This is a beautiful girl. She's in the band. Listen.
she's in the band. Yeah. And okay, so we're hanging out, and she's telling me about these struggles, and the night was just here. I'll set the night was December 5th, and she invites me over to her place, and she wants to go ride bikes and look at Christmas lights. I'm like, that sounds fucking dope. That's really cool. And beforehand, we grabbed some, I think it was vodka, just like some vodka and whatever. And so we were just sipping around and riding bikes, and it was really super fun. And we go to this playground, and in talking, we would always just do these little hypotheticals of just like, hey, hypothetical, you're walking across the street, and then a bear is, just random nonsensical shit. And we're just, hypothetical, back and forth and back and forth. And then after a while, she's like, hey, hypothetical, we should date. And I laughed really hard. I laughed for a long time. I didn't know what to do or say.
Yeah.
I said yes, and then everything's been honky dory ever since. But it felt like a movie moment. It was just
Wow.
it was
Did
crazy.
she ever give you okay, where was the turning point with her developing feelings for you? Did you ever get that side of the story?
Yeah. And like, I think how she's told me is like, through us just hanging out and like spending time with each other and like trying to spend time with him and like things not going how she expected, of just like
Mm-hmm.
things going good. And she said that she saw different parts of me that she didn't see before, that parts that she really liked, really liked being around. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, she was like so persistent on like, I don't want you to think that you're a rebound. Like, you are not a rebound. You're not a rebound. And I'm like, don't worry
Yeah,
about
well,
it.
it doesn't sound like you were at all.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
no.
take that as a rebound in any way, shape, or form. It just some people click and some people don't, and that's the point of being single and dating around is you
Oh
learn who
yeah.
you click with and you learn who you don't and you move on.
Yeah, I know.
And you stick around if you find someone great.
Mhm. It's really cool like that. I didn't think that we would click how we did, and then I mean, shit, I can't, like, my life is so much better. Like, it's
Yeah.
it's crazy to think about.
So what was the timeline from December 5th to when she said hypothetical? We should
Oh,
date.
so yeah, December 5th was the day it happened, and so
Oh, okay.
it started probably, I think, like late September or early October, somewhere
Gotcha.
in there. Yeah, and then
That's super cool.
that was when I asked her out the first time, and then it was a couple months. It was like, yeah, I am the legendary one who broke out of the friend zone.
Yep.
I am the no. It's a myth. It's a myth in these parts.
Oh man, you respond to her hypothetical as friends.
As
Oh God. Oh
God,
no.
I could not do that. I don't have the
No
cojones
way.
for that.
Glad you did it. It sounds
Oh
like it's worked
no.
out fantastic.
Yeah, shit. I'm total nice guy. Total yes man. I That's something that has changed, I think, is like, I'm less of a yes man that I used to be from high school.
Okay.
Mhm. Is like, I'm
In
starting
what
to, or yeah,
in
sorry.
what ways? In what ways?
Um I'm taking myself in, like, specifically myself in like the form of like my health and like mental health. My mental health.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
like, I'm just taking that into like any sort of consideration, whereas in the past, like in high school, like anything that came my way, any project or any opportunity, I was just like, yep, I'll do it, no problem, no question, like, just let me do that.
No matter how hard it was on yourself, no matter what time it took,
Yeah, I was just like,
just yep, doing
mm-hmm,
it.
no
Sure.
questions.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's a really good thing.
yeah, to like responsibly say no, I guess,
Yeah.
to certain things.
I think that when you're younger, saying no is it seems unrealistic. It seems unfair. You're not being kind. It's an expectation to always say yes, it feels like. And I don't
Yeah.
know if it's the way we're raised as kids or what it is, but there is a turning point when you are adulting where you start to realize that no is an okay word and it's kind not only to yourself, but it's not rude to others, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
So,
that's so weird. It's like, I feel like this concept of growing up is like kind of understanding you aren't okay, and that's okay.
yeah.
Like, if I say no, it's not like I'm too weak to say no. It's like, I gotta make a decision. I gotta make
Yeah.
some sort of value judgment in something.
Yeah, and you know what? It takes such a strong person to say no. And
Yeah.
that was like a quotable line what you just said. It was what did you say? You said realize adulting is realizing you're not okay. That is
Yeah.
or like growing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just
Something
true.
like that. Yeah. I hear this. I hear the sentiment of a lot is just like, oh, all these adults are just grown up little kids.
Yeah.
As a kid, I'm like, what the fuck? They are driving cars. They like have like, what? And
Yeah, no way.
it kind of makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, I'm I'm doing a lot of stuff. I got a lot of responsibilities, and part of me is like, what? Did you say something? What? I'm just really confused. I'm just confused a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. I'm also feeling really grateful to be growing up with the generation that we are growing up with. I feel like mental health is a huge thing amongst each other, and it's
Yeah.
becoming normal. It's being normalized to talk about it and to express it and ask for help, or, explain what you need or don't need. And we've all become really respectful and honest, and it's been nice. It's been really good to see how open it is now.
Yeah, it's been really. I feel like I was late to kind of like really pay attention closely to like what's happening with social media. Like, when did you see like have you been on social media like pretty strong as it's been evolving?
Yeah.
Like, when did you see like those sorts of conversations like happening in the internet of
Mm.
surrounding mental health and like bettering yourself and like it's okay to ask for help kind of things, because I feel like that wasn't around when we were kids.
No, not at all. I want to say that I started seeing it maybe like a couple years after high school. Does that
Wow.
sound about right?
Yeah, that was just
But
like later than I
definitely,
thought.
yeah, like, okay, maybe earlier. I'm trying to really remember. I feel like life is also a blur. So
Yeah, no,
just
and
a,
I just asked you because I'm like really not, it's only lately I'm paying attention. Like, lately I'm paying any sort of meaningful attention.
yeah, so I feel like it was around a year or so after high school, but it really took off when COVID kicked in and became a thing.
Wow.
Like
Yeah, stronger than I've
March.
ever seen it.
Yeah, it is all about mental health. Caring for mental health came into play like with my job. My regionals are asking me like, how are you doing? How's your mental health? Like, are you feeling anxious? Do you need some time off? And then I'm asking all of the employees at my shop, how are you doing? Do you need a break? Are you okay? What can
Mm.
I do? Do you need like a social distance 6 foot away hug? Like, do you need to talk on the phone for a few hours and just vent because it's important? And I'm on the receiving end of that and on the giving end of that. And I feel
Mm.
like everybody's feeling that same thing.
Yeah. Everybody's sort of everybody feels the peril of the world right now, and you
Yeah.
know because everybody feels it so strong. Everybody's world was kind of pulled out from under their feet, and it's like, I feel so like, I don't know if it's weak, like uncertain is a word I can use for sure. And like, if
Yes.
everybody feels that way, like, anytime anybody has reached out to me, that it filled a huge part of like my soul. And so then, you know person like you, and like to be able to receive that and give it to other people, and like to be in a authority and like a manager like situation of being in charge of other people and managing things like that, like, if a person, like, god, it just makes a big impact on people. It's really good.
It really does. It's cool to see how there for each other most of us are
Mm-hmm.
in a time like this. We're really we feel a little bit alone, but we're really not alone. There's somebody out there that will give you help or vice versa.
Yeah. I've heard stories of like, obviously older people when 9/11 happened, and then like the following like weeks and months in New York, like people were just really nice to each other, like in public, and just crossing by, like people were smiling and people were like, helping everybody out. And it's kind of bizarre how sometimes a really awful thing in the world can spark, you know, for us in COVID, it was this like huge mental health awareness and huge giant support systems being made and like being distributed for, like from person to person and like in systems.
Yeah.
It's been obviously devastating, but
Yeah.
I
But
had,
also,
yeah. Or
no,
sorry,
go
go on.
ahead.
Oh
No,
no.
you go ahead.
Oh my god.
Here we go. This first time, probably not the last time that'll happen. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. No, I feel like I was talking with some friends last night. I recorded a podcast last night. I don't remember if I mentioned that. I don't
Hmm.
remember. Anyways, um, and something we mentioned was just like, I feel like we're in this big sweeping part of the world, like some huge change in the world right now. Like
Yeah.
every day feels like it's just being like pushed really far. I feel like we're nowhere near where we used to be even, a month ago or like
Oh
six
no.
6 months ago. Fuck.
Oh yeah, no. And I think that when people say people are thinking about how our world is never going to be the same, and I feel like people are really, it's like an onion. They're
Mm,
thinking about that super outer layer, like, oh, we're going to have to wear masks everywhere. Oh, it's going to be 50% of America is going to work from home, and
mm,
traveling across overseas, international traveling is just going to be so restricted, and airports are going to be so restricted, and we're never going to get back to like quote unquote normal. But also think about everything that we're learning right now and what we're growing through,
mm.
and um, all the fears that we are facing every day. Like these are real fears that people have, and they're kind of coming alive right now. And so the people that get through that are just going to be that much stronger and stronger together as a community.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's some fascinating strength that people are finding, like with each other. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful in a way. it's
Yeah,
it's interesting. Yeah.
definitely.
Uh,
So super, super cool stuff. Still super sad times. Wish that it
oh
wasn't
my god.
happening, but
Yeah.
trying to find some light, you have to.
Yeah, you have to. Right. That's all anybody's doing right now is just trying to find the light they can.
Yeah,
Uh, uh,
seriously. But anyways, okay,
mm,
so what else is new since high school? 2016 was 4 years ago.
4 years
So long
ago.
ago. How was turning 21? How was, all those little milestones you hit
Oh
until
man.
now?
Yeah, turning 21. It was my birthday's in February, and it was when we got a lot of snow, and we have like a bunch, not a bunch. We have like 5 acres of property or so, and
Hmm.
our dogs got out of our fence, and they were just out amongst the fields, and so my brother and I, we had to. It was like right. It was right before we had like a big breakfast brunch, and we were following my dog's footprints in the snow and
Oh,
just trying to find him, and then we would like go through like a forest over here, and then we would like go a part to a different part of the field, and there was we would see like a deer track and then farther down the trail, like following the prints and everything, there was a blood splatter.
oh
And
no.
um it was just very dramatic, and it felt like a movie, like just tracking, and it was obvious that like our dogs were okay. It was like
Okay, good.
these things. No, we didn't see anything that had bigger prints than our dogs, which is good.
Good.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, I'll say one of the dogs is a wolf dog, so he's very big and strong.
Okay,
he's
nice. Yeah, you're telling me the story, you're seeing all these footprints, and then you're seeing the splatter of blood, and you're laughing, and I'm like, I think this is gonna go well. I don't know.
like, wow, his sense of humor is kind of different now. Whoa.
No,
Um,
taking a turn.
yeah. um, oh man, that was just like, yeah. We ended up finding him after not too long, and like I spared a lot of gruesome details. Just I don't know. I'm like in man. Okay, it was like okay. Blah, blah, blah. I'm tripping over my words if you can't tell, because a lot of brain activity just happened, and I'm just paying attention really closely to like my mental activity, and just like when things are happening, and like acknowledging like certain actions in my brain and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I so what just happened, it was just like four different thoughts like tried to come out of my mouth at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Happens.
It's like the first thought happens, and then it's like the counterpoint to that thought, and then it's like, oh well, I could actually, and then it's like, oh, this flavor of ice cream though. It's like
Yep.
um
That's awesome.
so okay, I'll tell you the most important part of what came out of my brain just now.
Okay.
Oh, also, I need to go water the garden. That's something I remember. Fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm so scatterbrained right now. Um, it was. Oh God. Oh no, I had it. And then I talked about it, and I lost it.
Oh,
Uh,
the freaking garden.
the freaking garden. That's important though. Um. Oh, this is crazy. This is so crazy.
It was still about your dog.
It was kind of about my dog. It was like
It was.
something about my dog, like it triggered a thought that was like connected. It was like a spider web kind of thought. You know what I mean? Where it
Yeah,
sort
I
of like
was.
branched off into.
Yeah,
It
I was
was
saying how
something.
you were laughing during the story, and then I wasn't sure where it was going, and then
That's okay. Oh, got it. Boom. Ooh, barely. I was just about to say I gave up and lost it. So here it is before I lose it again. One thing from high school I feel really strongly is I think I'm less funny. And like
less funny.
less funny for sure. I feel like in high school I was a fucking goofball. I was always like cracking jokes. I feel like I was always trying to like make somebody laugh or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that's different nowadays in between from like 2016 to now is like I take I take things more serious. I take serious things seriously is like one difference.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, like having a lot of things like I needed to really, sort of like understand in a serious manner. Like there was a period of my life where, in 2016 in that time, like everything was funny, everything was jokes, and everything was like making people laugh. And then I like swung really hard the other way, and I'm like, oh man, life is like important. I gotta like make things matter and make meaningful things happen and truth and always and so now I'm like trying to find the happy medium of like doing what feels like at least a better life than what I used to live, and then fucking crack a joke every now and then. And
Yeah.
like to part of life is to be able to laugh and to be able to like crack jokes, and like I feel like part of that was like lost, or I felt bad for having that part of me or something. But that is that is one thing that is different from me and from high school years.
Yeah, and I definitely think that's okay. I mean, I feel like
Mm.
humor changes over the years. You find different things funny that you didn't find before. High school is really different because you're kind of trying to impress everybody around at all times. I don't know. It's just like a need that you might feel, or, these expectations that are given to you by whomever. But
Mm.
you're just kind of rolling with it and finding who you are throughout high school too, which is makes a huge deal. But then you kind of adult a little bit more, and you grow up and you kind of have your circle of people, and there's you start to realize that everything you say affects something somehow,
Mm-hmm. Or
positively, negatively, neutral, and that's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but I think it's totally okay.
yeah, here. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. Yo, can we restart the heat soon? Yes. Like ridiculously soon. Okay. I'm recording a podcast right now. Sorry. Yep. Later. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Good.
Just roommate business. And hey,
Yep.
that's the beauty of the record button and not live, is I can just cut that out.
That's beautiful editing.
Yeah, I know. I got to do that. I'm gonna upload something before I go to bed tonight, and so I gotta edit a little clip out. It was just a total brain fart moment. Like, I mean, not to. I'm gonna listen back to this episode and kind of ponder on what what of my
What
brain
was
farts.
going on?
But yeah. The last thing I heard you say was hard pill to swallow.
Oh yeah, just adulting and realizing what you say and do affects something always.
Mm.
That's a hard pill to swallow as you adult,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, it is.
Not everything is fun and games. Everything actually matters.
Right. And like the crazy thing about that is like fun and games matter, but like
Yeah,
everything's not
but
fun and
also,
games.
yes, fun and things matter. Fun and games matter, but not everything is fun and games. Yeah.
Boom.
Oof.
Put
Mic
that in my
drop.
calendar. Yeah. What
Yeah.
do you feel like you were kind of like living to impress people in high school?
Um, Not necessarily living to impress people in high school, but I felt like there was just a standard or expectation set for every move that I had. And I don't know if I'm the only one that felt that way, or if it honestly probably was internally. I'm walking around and I'm seeing these teachers who have their career and they knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they're telling me that I need to do this or this or this, and I'm going to the career center and I'm having to decide my future, and I my future, right. And so like, say I've kind of been set on getting a degree in psychology for a long time, but I
Mm.
was kind of like, okay, I need to act professional now because I want to be in a room and I want to be doing therapy with different people and practicing different ways. So I need to, I need to. I felt that standard that I probably set for myself, but also talking to counselors and teachers like, oh yeah, you need to be here. So there was like that, and then making friends was also like, you saw like all the different friend groups, and they all honestly
Mm.
had their own standards of like what level of funny they were, what they looked like, what the personality type, what their hobbies were. And I didn't know what my freaking hobbies were in high school, and they're still ever changing. Like I just picked up video gaming out of thin air, so I
Uh-huh.
like felt like I never really had like a group that I really fit in with because I don't know what I wanted to do, and my style was changing all the time too, like no way, you know
Yeah.
so that's I feel like that's kind of how high school went for me. It was just a lot of growing and changing, and some people really did like stay the same all throughout high school, so I couldn't, just I was just moving.
Yeah. It's so
But
I feel like that's so interesting is like almost everybody I talk to, right? Not almost, but everybody that I like talk to about like these sorts of things and like these sorts of feelings is like I definitely felt like something similar. It was like there was a standard or a number of standards to pay attention to and that like I had to meet. And like I don't feel like I didn't have any agency. I didn't have any control over like, this is me and this is what I'm about. It's just like I hang out with these people and we do these things. And like I've never talked to somebody who felt like, yeah, I was doing my thing.
yeah,
like,
no, because as
like
soon as you'll start to feel like you're doing your thing, right? So, well, let me think. You were in drama, right? You did drama
yeah.
for a while,
Hmm.
and that was like a big thing for you in high school, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like if I were to get into drama in high school, looking back and like reflecting on that moment, I think that I would have started drama because I really liked it. Freshman in high school, I got myself a really nice group of friends and we're all doing the same thing. And then you get comfortable. And then you have to keep up with the standard that you and this group of friends and teachers and this whole crew of people have set to stick
Mm.
around and keep up. And then you keep going. And of course, you're not going to branch out and like figure out your own thing because you're comfortable. You already know what's happening. You're already
Hmm.
in,
Yeah.
whether that's a friend group or like a relationship or a teacher student relationship. It's this is it.
Yeah, it's just the strength and comfortability. Like I have what I have. Like why do I need to change for something else?
Right.
Because just the idea of change was always terrifying when I was younger too. I think
Absolutely.
versus now I'm like, oh shit, things are gonna be different. Like I'm into that. Like let's go. Like yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just switch it up. Like I always go to I'll get donut shop and never get the same thing twice. Basically, I'm just like always jumping around to different things.
Yeah. Because why not?
Yeah, because shit, I had that before.
Right.
I'm just like, yeah, I think I'm totally flip flop from how I used to be.
Yeah. No, definitely. But there is always that one thing that you like and you'll always go back to. So I feel like,
That's true.
everyone's got that in their life for sure.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
good to, experience change and accept it because it truly is a hard thing to accept. And I struggle with change every day, but it's really something to experience it and take it in.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, we like for the longest time, like we physically changed. Like it's just we're growing up and like everything's changing about us, and like we're just like taller, and then that's just like the simplest way to understand it is just like physical change, and then like from when we stop growing to becoming like functional adults is like there's a lot of mental change that like we had no idea how to understand. And
Yeah, like it's just a lot of accepting. Like
yeah.
you know who you are, you know what you like, you get it, but it's just like what we were talking about earlier, just expressing it, being
Mm.
true to yourself and really knowing who you are, expressing it, being comfortable with it, loving
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
what takes so much time.
Give me tangles over here. Ah, ooh, hot. No, that's really good. I love that.
But yeah, fun
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, shoot, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
Just
feeling good.
yeah,
We're
really
we're
hanging out.
yeah, we're almost at an hour exactly.
That is wild. It's flown by. It's felt like 20 minutes, but also an hour makes sense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a little bit darker now. It's, it's that
Now the
time of
sun's
day.
going down. I
Ah.
guess I could open my window, start airing it out.
Boom. I did the same thing right before the podcast. Yep.
But yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm good. I was thinking about calling it here if you're feeling good about that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
It was
And oh, what's that? Huh?
you go. Here we are again. You go.
You're right. Oh my god. Um, yeah. I have a lot of like strong positive feelings like talking to somebody from high school and like those years and talking to them in like a really good and like really enjoyable way. And so I really want to thank you.
Thank you too. This has been really great. It's good to hear how you're doing, and I'm glad you're doing well. And it's going to continue going great. I know it is.
Mm-hmm.
Life is great.
Life is great. You're great. I know you're gonna do great things. I'm excited to see you blow up on Twitch.
Heck yeah. Same to
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Is there anything you wanna shout out before we end it?
Oh, this is the part you're gonna have to cut out while I think. um, Shout out everybody listening to this. This is super cool. Ronnie's awesome. Got a great personality. He's gonna do great things. Keep up with his Twitch, all of his platforms, including this one. It's gonna be awesome.
And also twitch.tv/consty KONSTY, right?
Yes, that's it.
Yep. Twitch.tv/consty. And
Heck yeah.
well, cool. Yeah, I'll stop the recording button. Thanks, people.